Hi all. I don't know what your views on boxing are. If you're a chess enthusiast, maybe you don't like boxing, maybe you do. Maybe you're aware that some strong boxers like Lennox Lewis, they're interested in chess as well. And maybe also you see parallels for chess being a sort of battle game, and the art of war. You may have seen parallels with Nimzovich. I think I've noted quite a few parallels myself in past videos. To overcome the opponent with superior resources or superior know-how. So is boxing another form of battle? Is boxing another war game or a battle model? And what of chess boxing? Even if you don't like chess boxing, or the principle of boxing, could chess boxing raise the profile of our beloved game? I had some correspondence with Tim Woolgar, who's the Great Britain Chess Boxing Organisation person. This organisation is affiliated with the WCBO, and the quotation there is: "Fighting is done in the ring. Wars are waged on the board." So that's their quotation, which is very interesting. And if you go to londonchessboxing.com, you'll have more details about the events which you can go and view. So for the more extrovert people on YouTube generally, you might not be interested at all in the chess, and you might stumble upon this video and think, what is this, a new sport or something, this chess boxing? So anyway, I'm going to look at a game played recently between Sascha Wandkowsky from Germany versus Konrad Rikardson from Sweden. And for the first time I'll show their weights. So white was actually weighing 78 kg and black 74.5 kg. And basically the previous record, Wandkowsky was 5 bouts, 3 wins. Rikardson 2 bouts, 1 win. The chess round, 4 minutes. Each contestant has 12 minutes on the clock. The game must end 24 minutes after 24 minutes have elapsed. Clocks are paused every round. So the boxing round is in 3 minutes. I don't think I'm saying this at all properly. I don't think this comes out as like gibberish or something. I'm sorry, I'm just not used to this. But maybe for future videos I can say this in a more meaningful way. There's 11 scheduled rounds, and the first round is chess. So the contest, round 1, had moves 1 to 8. So let's look at moves 1 to 8. So G4 the grob from Sascha, and then Konrad played D5. Bishop G2 C6, so black's establishing pawns in the centre, trying to block the scope of the fianchettoed bishop. H3, now H5. So white plays in Basman style, carrying on with G5. So Iron Michael Basman is like the exponent of the grob. I've actually faced Basman with the black pieces, and managed to hold him to a draw. I was better in the end, but I bottled it, by the way. So anyway, let's just move up to move 8. So E5, D3. Maybe D4 is slightly better, because if it takes Queen D4, there's no Knight C6 here. Black would have to waste more time with C5 or something. So I think D4 might be playable to try and play C4 and undermine the black centre. So maybe white's played a bit too cautiously here. Knight E7, Knight F3, and now Queen C7. And now white decides to fianchetto to the other bishop. He plays B3. But the potential problem is weakening these dark squares a bit more. Knight F5, and now Knight C3 was played, to which black played bishop B4. Now at this stage we've done 8 moves here, and this was like in round 1. So basically this was the chess round then. And the state of play here in terms of the clock, white has now 9 minutes left, black has 11 minutes left. So black's being quicker, and also seems to have the better game at the moment in my view, because of these weakened squares. And black's centre is not being challenged here. So round 2 was the boxing, which is described as being pretty even. Rikardson perhaps slightly ahead, having landed more punches, but stung once by a good right hand from Wandkowsky. So round 3 we were back to the chess. So this is for moves 9 to 14. So bishop d2, bishop e6. So another good move from black. e4 and now knight e7. So black doesn't play d takes e4. He keeps the tension in the centre. Knight h4. Now d4. Black's not afraid to close the centre and maybe exchange off white's dark square bishop. So after knight a4, bishop takes d2 was played, so white's slightly weakened now in these dark squares, and the knight has to stumble back perhaps via b2. So knight d7, castles, and now black played knight f8, a nice positional move actually to go to g6 and maybe to exploit f4. So one of these knights is going to reroute to the f4 square. So black's, got a firm grip on positional play. And, white's play is not that bad. He's just been positionally outplayed. So we're soon back to the boxing round now. Another time update here, though. White now has 7 minutes. Black has 9 minutes left. And so they stop the clocks again and they go back to the boxing for round 4. So in round 4, Wandkowsky really goes for it, attempting to put pressure on Rikardson with a flurry of combinations and rough clinches. Rikardson defends well. He is light on his feet and has a lighting left jab. So then in round 5, we were back to the chess. So Sascha Wandkowsky playing white plays f4 with aggressive intentions on the f file. And maybe f5 to try and squash that bishop a little bit, maybe just goes back, and then white could play knight b2 to c4 to get a nice knight on c4, and white will be back in the game with a nice space advantage. I think black correctly decides to take on f4 because that gives them the e5 square. So again, black's got a keen positional eye here. Queen takes, and then the queens came off, and now knight e to g6. So not only swapping off knights potentially, but also going to get this strong e5 square for the knight. So rook f2 b6. And we'll take this up to move 26. So this is round 5 basically. So intermingling the rounds between chess and the boxing. So king h2, king e7. So black doesn't bother castling. So that's pretty good actually. With this big knight on e5 and this potentially this bad bishop. And this knight's being restricted from the c4 square. I think black stands better positionally. And white hasn't got too much counterplay here. But how is black going to break through? I think black plays a fine positional game. Black plays c5 now to try and break through with c4. It's the logical pawn break against white's structure. Rook 1 f2 and now knight g6. So why has the knight gone from that powerful e5 square? Is there a method to black's play here? After rook 4 to f3, rook ac8. Maybe black wants to keep the tension now of knight h4, knight e5, and also maybe h4 is on the cards as well, and the knight will be protecting h4. But I think black's main intention is soon to play c4. So white took on b5 though. Now rook f1. Now rook a8, grabbing that file, and this is very dangerous now for this knight and this pawn. These are going to be the natural targets. So king g3, rook a2. Sorry, I think we've gone past round 5. This is move 29. Round 5 ended on move 26. So let's just go back to move 26, or just hold on. I'll just tell you what happened in round 6. In the boxing, perhaps sensing his position at the board and not getting it any stronger, Wandkowsky attempts to impose himself, throwing several powerful straight right punches, with Rikardson doing well to ride. Then high drama. Wandkowsky throws a left hook, Rikardson sidesteps and then lands a crashing right hook of his own, which sends Wandkowsky to the canvas. The German is made of strong stuff, however. He takes a standing 8 count and returns to the fray, seemingly more determined than ever, and sees out the round, still coming forward and throwing hard. So then we returned to round 7 for moves 27 to 34.